Yeah, Nasi Tidbits from Dude Wema Tidbits is on, I guess, communication, kutaurirana. And the whole idea, kuti, we can get our needs met, we can communicate what we need, especially in our relationships. We're not going to do this assumption, kuti, somebody should know what to do. And if they cared, they wouldn't do this. And chakazo chikati, you should know better. And as a basic rule of thumb in basic adult communication, there's a couple of rules that are true. And they are, number one, that in any situation between two people, or even more, whoever perceives that there is an issue, it becomes their problem, even if it's the other person causing the issue. Just because I'm causing problems or you're not happy because of what I'm doing doesn't mean it's my responsibility to regulate your emotions about that problem. That's number one. And number two, it is up to you to bring it up to me and let me know that there's a problem. Right? Your responsibility. And number three, it's up to you to decide what you want to do. That probably if I can help you or not. You decide what to do. Again, not me, even though I am the cause of the problem, of the distress, or the reason for your distress. So there's a personal story that that really illustrates this concept very well that happened to me earlier on in my own married life. So I'd been married to my wife for about 5 years at this point, and I didn't know that during that 5 years, pumping the problem in my socks, me just leaving my socks strewn all over the place, and actually got me some socks and throw them here, throw them there, and then after one time she came up to me and she said, George, it drives me crazy when I find your socks all over the place. Can you make sure that when you take your socks off, you put them in the hamper, in the laundry hamper? And that if I find my socks, if I find your socks all over the place, I'll start to throw them away in the garbage. So of course I roll my eyes to last Tuesday, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. We usually do this. Part of that is you get a little bit defensive when you get called out. That happens. That's part of relationship. So anyway, Chirip for Portugal, things go by, and I've forgotten this conversation. And then I remember some time, probably would remember 3 or 4 months or so after, and I'd forgotten about this conversation we had, and I noticed that I'm missing a lot of socks. And if you've ever done laundry, you know that the dryer, and between the dryer and the washer, somehow socks are swallowed. But this was a much bigger rate. So I went up to him like, I seem to be missing a few socks. Have you seen my socks? And then she looked at me without even skipping a beat and said, "Oh, I've been throwing them away." Throwing them away? What do you mean you've been throwing my socks away? I say, "Oh, do you remember that time that I came up to you and I told you that if I find your socks everywhere, I'm going to be throwing them away?" Then I remembered. I was like, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Right? So anyway, fast forward right now, it's about 12 years later, and if I'm watching TV or I'm doing something and then I take off my socks because I'm getting hot or whatever, do you know where my socks go? In my pocket, because I know what might happen. So in this sort of story of my own unfortunate I guess socks situation, there's a lot of learning around communication. And I think another piece that I forgot to mention is that when you bring up something, if you feel there's something and you have to bring it up, you got to tell me, because I don't read minds. Nobody reads minds. So yeah, Guti, you should know better. You can do better. For tricky. Yeah. So nobody reads minds. Bring up. Let me know what's going on, and then if I can't help you, then you decide what you want to do. So in my situation, George, can you help me with the socks? Sure. I didn't do that. She decided to follow through by doing what she needed to do. And then, even though they were my socks causing the problems, I didn't know for 5 years that it was driving her crazy until she told me, Kudisha, you gotta do better with your socks. Anyway, kind of it's very, 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 I want to stress this, very important, that you can be also the agent of the change. So by her deciding to say, Kudisha, I'm gonna force you to do things differently by letting you know what my expectations are. The other option could have been her or Mudura and just feel defeated. This person don't mind. But again, if I didn't know, how can I help you? How can I meet your needs? So my romance and Romeo and Juliet, what Zana, you should know. If you love me, you'll know. It will prevent wanda. Just come out there. These are people that we know. It's not like we can't talk to them. Those times when we had butterflies, couldn't wait to see them. They're still the same people. We can get our needs met while maintaining our own dignity and that of those with whom we play with. So that's a tidbit for today. It's a little bit long, but that story that I told, for me, it always has that illustration. Nobody reads minds. Can I own a problem? Bring it up. If I can't help you, it's up to you to decide what you do, and I can stand back and trust that you'll know what to do. Okay, cool. Peace from the dude. Bye.